Okay, I just wanted to show you all some of the wood look that I have there. That's a rolling tray. That is actually a Parmesan bottle that I cleaned off and took the labels and everything off. This has a cream color base. That has a cream color base, that rolling tray. This right here is brown base with white alcohol ink. Just trying to see how it would look with the knots. It looked pretty good. Yeah, I can use a little work on that. This is the look I'm going to be showing you how to do. I actually spray paint this one yellow, as you have seen from the materials I use. So, alrighty, let's get back to it. Okay, I wanted to show you another one I did. I got to do some finishing touches and clean it up, but it actually is my cherry wood one. And for this look, I did a pink base with the first base of alcohol ink being red. And then I used brown or coffee. I used coffee and white. So that's the little effects you see in there where, let me put it this way. You see how the wood look? Let me turn on this light. Let's see. Okay, so the wood grain, you can actually see right there, it look like faded wood or whatever. It looks really good up close. I don't know if I'm getting the right effect, but this is a very nice cherry wood looking tumbler. Okay, so we're gonna get started. I got a little jazz playing in the background. Turn down just a tad so you can hear me. Okay, so we're gonna again be doing one of these. And I'm gonna show you the equipment we use. I mean the materials I use. I'm talking about the equipment we use. So I have a 20-ounce tumbler. This is sublimation ready tumbler. Because I sublimate a lot, so most of my tumblers are sublimation ready. That means it has a poly coating. So what I did to take that poly coating off, I got my little handy dandy sanding block, and I used that under the water and got some rough edges on the tumbler, try to take off some of the coating. So I just ran it under water and did this and allowed it to dry. I have my paint brushes, just regular brushes. That's a regular paintbrush from the Dollar Tree. These are the angle paint brushes. These are my new favorite makeup brushes from the Dollar Tree. Okay, so the colors I'm gonna use, and I use less resin, alcohol inks. I'm gonna use yellow, and I'll link this in the bottom under the video. I'll put a link on there for this less resin. And remember, if you use my link, I do get a small percentage from Amazon, but that's just about the equipment that I use for the videos. Coffee and brown, okay? I use a base coat of yellow for this particular tumbler, and I use the Rust-Oleum 2X yellow ginger. So, and of course, alcohol, and let me get this paper towel. So, I spray painted the tumbler, and you'll see where I used the sanding block. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it with alcohol and clean it. And I do that for every tumbler, whatever I'm doing. The reason I do that is because it cleans off the oil out of your hand. I mean, that came off your hand when you were handling the tumbler. I had a bad experience with epoxy when I first started. I didn't know why I kept on opening up and having all that them holes in it that I had to keep going back and filling and filling. And then someone told me, hey, it's because oil, so you need to make sure you clean. And I always do a second spray. And I know you're saying maybe you don't need that because I am going to use alcohol inks, but just so I keep in practice, I do it for every tumbler. So there we go. And I have this tumbler on my PVC pipe with a cap on the bottom, and that's what I use just to sit up my tumblers when I'm doing stuff. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do, and this doesn't take long at all. And again, like everybody says, with crafting is all about what you like and what you do. So ain't no right and wrong. I'm just gonna show you the way I do. Now you can use gloves, but of course you see my hand. I got alcohol ink on it already because I was washing my brushes. So I wash my brushes and then I soak them in a little alcohol. I wash them first with dishwashing liquid. So let's get started. I'm going to put on the glove to keep from getting more alcohol all over my hand. This is April the 6th, 2020, and we are on lockdown for COVID-19. It's very scary to me, but I'm sheltering in place, y'all, so I'm at home crafting. I'm gonna stay my butt in the house until the all clear sound. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the yellow and I'm gonna do a base coating of the yellow. And let's see. Hopefully I can do this. I'm not used to doing it with the... Oh yeah, and I put paper down because I am a messy crafter. So all I do is, got to be neat. See how that color is? So when I first did this, I used that bright yellow and it was too light. You couldn't even, it didn't do a base paint. So I found that this color right here works pretty good. And again, just a good base paint. Base coat, I'm sorry. Kind of odd doing it on it like this. And again, this process is pretty quick. It usually take about 10-15 minutes. I probably take longer because I'm running my mouth on this video, but this usually take about 15 minutes, y'all. And I just started. I just started doing these wood grain because of this COVID lockdown. I was sitting in the house one day and I saw somebody do it, so I decided to try to do it. And if you're a look, I don't know if you can see, already it's starting to take on a wood look. And I know it seems like I'm using a lot, but I'm really not, y'all. And I know you saw, probably if you've been researching the wood grain, you saw where most people use the white base. I just found that the colors work better for me. I use a pink base with the same action, same process or whatever. And it's how I get the cherry look. Looks a little bit darker than the one we have we're doing here. But I used a pink spray to do it. So we got that basically the wood. We got the wood base on the cup already, and I'll do the bottom also. You see that? Again, there's no certain way to do it. I try to go the same way because you'll see when we put this wood on here. Look at that. It's already taking on the wood look. I don't know if you're able to see it, but it's already taking on the wood look. So I'm going to go ahead and finish with this yellow. Then we're going to start with the browns. I'm going to use the lightest brown first. And that is... I don't know if y'all can see. It already looked like a light wood. This could be a good one like this if you wanted it real light, but we're going to add the brown. And I'm not sure if you're able to see the good detail because that light is shining. It's shining for me too. So we're going to start with the brown first. Now, of course, you can do different colors. Let me go ahead and put the yellow on the bottom. I'm sorry. Make sure you do the bottom of your tumbler. And the same with this. You're going to go the same way. It looks. So I'm just going to go. One way, okay? A lot of people forget the bottoms, including me. So we're going to start with the brown because that's the lightest that I have between the two I'm using. I'm using coffee and brown again. So we're going to start with the brown. It's lighter than the coffee. So you're going to do basically the same thing. And I'm going to go ahead and use the same brush because I am through with that yellow. Unless I need to go back and darken something. So with the brown, on this one, just going back and forth. And I'll come back to that and get more detail, but it's a good thing I put that dang on paper down. I already done messed up my paper. Y'all see how that's coming through already? Come on. And I just do light brush strokes. While it's wet, then as it dry, I buff it out. Light brush strokes as it's wet. And then as it dry, I buff it out. So I'm going to go ahead and go all the way around. Now this is the part where it's up to you how you want your wood to look, okay? Because this is actually looking really good. Looks like a pine or something. I don't know my woods. I just said that. That probably ain't even the wood I'm talking about. But you see how, to me, it looks better with a yellow coat than it looks with the red. I mean, sorry, with the white under it. So what I'm pretty much doing is just running across. As it dry, I'm buffing it out. I do want it light in some places and dark in some places. So some of it I am rubbing it all in. Some of it I am not. I mean buffing it real good, and some of it I'm not. So you see the different colors. Look how easy that is. Okay. So I got that on, and I want to come in. I want to do some dark in there, and that honestly, this is perfectly fine. Let me see, perfectly fine like this. But I do have that coffee, and I'm gonna come back with the coffee, and I'm gonna use this brush. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna try to use this brush. I'm gonna take the coffee, and the way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna put the coffee actually on the brush. For some reason, this coffee, I don't want to get it too dark, so I'm just gonna use a couple of spots on this paper that I should have put a paper plate on, because that's gonna go straight to my table, but that's okay. So get some streaks. And no, I didn't mess it up, so I'm gonna come back with my brush and I'm gonna buff it. Genie in the bottle, you better run me the right way. Coffee. Now again, with this is whatever you want for the colors. I'm doing it a little bit dark on this one because the customer wants it darker. Okay, make sure. But I showed you that brown, and you could have stopped with the brown and made it that light, but this gonna have, you see that? I have a little darker color to it. And then we can come back and put the little, what they call knots in there. Now once you finish this, and you know alcohol dries really fast, so it's about dry now. So once you finish, what you'll do is you'll put a base coat of, I use Mod Podge acrylic spray. You want to put a base coat on before you start your epoxy, okay? The more you add and a buff, the better it looks, the more wood it looks. This is just awesome and easy as heck. And when I do the cherry wood with the pink base, I always go ahead and put a little white in. And you can definitely do that on this. can actually, I'm gonna put a little bit more. I have to keep looking at, because sometimes I pick up the wrong dang color. And believe me, when I tell y'all, it's really hard to mess this up. I know when you finish, they look so, I mean, gorgeous. But it's really hard to mess this up. Now, if you wanted to get what they call knots, and this is the way I do mine, I take that dark, my hair's in my face, y'all. This dang on COVID is keeping me from getting my hair done, so I just make me a little circle. Take my buffing brush. Can you see that? I'm gonna have to get me some better light. But I hope you can see it, like the little knots that be in the tree. Now, another thing that I've done, and I can show you on my tray. I actually take the brush and put a little alcohol on it to lighten it if it gets too light. So I'm showing you a couple of different things. Now you see the grain of it looks like a wood grain. It's just from buffing, and that's basically it. You can use different colors. Let me do the bottom. I think you can use any color you want for the base. That's just me, and I'm weird like that. But I really do think you could use any color for the base. I have a blue one over there that I'm going to try later on tonight, and I'll see how that comes. Now, that's my thinking, that I could try any color. That don't mean that's going to work. But definitely it worked with the, pink. And I'm going to show you that. I'll put a picture of the cherry one at the end of this video. So, it's really hard to hold this like this because I'm trying to do it for the video. And excuse me if I'm not getting it right. Now you see that little, I have a little groove there, so I'm gonna make sure I go through that, and I'm gonna put brown in there and buff it out. But you know, that's your wood grain. And it's easy as that, y'all. Again, however you want your wood. You can, I like the up and down, but you definitely can do the where you do it curved like that. Let's see, I'm trying to do one for you so you can see. I don't know if you can see. Let's see. Got this for a client out. So you can do kind of swirl if you want the swirl look on your wood, then buff it like, I don't know if you can see it. This light, I don't know, but I can see it. extra wood. Look, I love this. I'm gonna put a couple of more knots on here, but basically that is it. Let's see. Wood grain. And again, before you put the epoxy on it, make sure you put a base coat of acrylic spray and let that dry. Once your acrylic spray dry, I always put 2 coats or 3 because you want it to dry. Then put another coat to make sure it dries, because you don't want to put the alcohol, put it straight on the turner and put epoxy straight on it, because you don't want it to run or change colors. So that is the wood grain. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. You know I got to put my little, how y'all like my new logo? That Jamar Hargrove. Even though I do designs and everything, I don't really do logos. So he does all my logos. This is a black and white one, but I love it. Actually, you'll see it at the end of this video. So, have a good one. Happy crafting. And if you like what you saw, please subscribe and hit the like button. Share this video also with other crafters. Trying to make more videos. I have a habit of just doing the stuff and then I take pictures. So I got to remember more to start making videos. But thank you again. And this is the Woodgrain Tumbler. Bye-bye. I'm sorry, I just had to come back. So right here where the lines at, I just take my the darkest alcohol ink I have, and I just slowly dot around it. Because you don't want that to be showing, but this actually still looks like the wood grain. I'm just dabbing it in here. And then this one I just lightly brush. Lightly brush. I don't really buff it out hard. I just lightly brush that part. I hope you can see that. This looks really good. I'm really happy with how this is coming out. This is for a friend of mine. More like a daughter. Used to be one of my soldiers. So she asked for a plain tumbler, and I like to spruce it up for my clients. Especially when I catch a great deal on something. And these tumblers, I did get a good deal on them from a guy named Ryan Lundstrom. So there we go. And I will see you the next time. My next one will probably be marbling paint. I got a couple I need to do. I need the marble, so that'll probably be next. I love to do hydro dipping, so that marbling is supposed to be an answer, make it something a little bit easier than spray painting. Something you can do in your house when it's bad weather. And even though it's not bad weather, it's bad air out there because it's that dang on corona. So I'm trying to stay in the house. And there she goes. See how that yellow sits behind there? Gorgeous. Look at there. Love it. See that knot?